Alright, welcome back, my students. This is Mr. D coming back at you with another math instruction video. This time we are in section 4.4, matching equations with graphs. So our job or our objective is, which we're going to learn, is how to match these equations with these graphs. So you have three equations. The question is, which one of these equations is actually for these graphs? We got three here, we got three equations. Well, let's find out. And the way to do that is really what I like to call the 3-point, pardon me, not the 3 points, the 2-point approach. The instruction here reads that you can actually, to match each equation with its graph, use the equation to determine the coordinates of 3 points. Okay, we can use 3 points if we want, but really, for our purpose, I think 2 points should be enough, okay? And you'll see what I mean in a second, okay? So what I'm going to do is let's number these equations, 1, 2, and 3, okay? So what I'm going to do, the first one is going to have to be trial and error because we're going to test this equation and see if it matches this graph A, okay? And to do that, again, the 2-point approach means go ahead and pick out 2 points from this graph and see if it matches, or when you substitute into this equation, let's see if the left side of this equation matches the right side of the right side of this equation. If it does, then definitely that point is a match for this equation. Okay. So let's try to find some points in this graph right now. The x-axis is actually right here, if it's not very clear to you, and the y-axis is right here. So this is mostly looking into quadrant 1 and half of quadrant 2 here, it looks like. So when you pick 2 points, make sure you pick a point that's actually right into intersections, okay, of this grid, so that you'll know how to pick points easier. Okay, so how about, let's try this point right here. I like this point right here. This is on the x-axis 2, 1 on the y, so this is actually point 2, 1. Make sure you label, when you're making ordered pairs like this, make sure you label the x-axis first, the x-coordinate first, and then the y, okay? So this is 2 and 1. But I'm going to test out another one. This one looks pretty good right here. He's right on the y-axis actually, so that means the x value is 0. And the y-axis on the y-coordinate is 1, 2, 3. So these are the 2 points. I'm going to test out, substitute their values into this and see if it works in this equation, okay? So watch how this happens. Let's go to the back of this page and try that at 0.03 and 21, okay. So here's our first equation, and we're going to test this out. We're going to test it out on graph A, okay? Does this equation match graph A? So this equation is y equals 3x plus 3. The points that we're going to test out is 0, 3, and 2, 1. There we go. Okay? So here's how you do this. This is my x-coordinate, this is my y-coordinate, this is my x-coordinate, this is my y-coordinate. Starting with the first point, I'm going to substitute this x-coordinate 0, where this x is in the equation. Substitute this y value into this y for this equation. Okay, so, and we're going to see, after doing a calculation, to see if the left side of the equation equals the right side of the equation. Like this. There's my 0. There's my y-coordinate 3. It doesn't look like we're going to luck out on this one, guys. Because 3 times 0 here is 0. Oh, actually, actually we are. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was looking at something else. Maybe the next example. So in this case, the left side is 3 and 0 plus 3 is 3, so we lucked out on this one. When the left side equals the right side in your calculation, when you're done, then this point is actually on this in this equation. It belongs to this equation. But this is why we do it with 2 points, because maybe we just got lucky with the first one. I don't know. That's why we have to test it out the second time. Here's the equation again. This time I'm going to substitute this 1 with that y. I'm going to substitute this 2 for that x. So now this equation becomes 3 times 2 plus 3. And I need this to equal 1. Doesn't look like we're going to luck out on this one, guys, because this 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 3, 1 is not equal to 9, so we struck out already. This equation is not for graph A. Not graph A. Okay? Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to test it out with equation number 2, because we already have our points, okay? So I think the easiest thing to do next would be to try it with just another equation. So now I'm going to try it with equation 2. In this case, x plus y equals 3. And again, we're going to test out these points, 0, 3, and 2, 1. Now we're going to see if these points, both of them, are compatible or work in this equation. Wish us luck. Okay, here's my x-coordinate, there's my y-coordinate, x-coordinate, y-coordinate. So this x is going to substitute in for this y. And this 3 which is a y-coordinate, is going to substitute in for this y. It looks like it might actually work. So 0 here for the x, 3 for the y. Does 0 plus 3 equal 3? Of course it does. So we lucked out once, we got lucky once. Let's see if it works for the second coordinate, 2 and 1. And it looks like it might. This x now, this x coordinate 2 is going to substitute into this x. And this y coordinate 1 is going to substitute for that y, and giving me 2 plus 1 on this side, and 3 on the right side, so 2 plus 1 equals 3. I think we hit it. Guess what? We've discovered that this equation is for graph B. So it matches graph B. So at least we matched one equation with one graph. Okay? So we can also label that over here if we want. You know, this is for equation 2, x plus y equals 3. And we can even label here if we want to. This is graph B. Oh, pardon me, graph A. What am I doing here? Test it out on graph A. Sorry. This is graph A, and equation 2 belongs here. There we go. That's what I meant. Okay, well, we started with one. We might as well try equation 1 on graph B. Agreed? Right, I gotta fix this. Matches graph A. Sorry. My mistake, sorry. So equation 2 does match graph A. Okay? Now let's try this equation 1 again on graph B. Okay? So now I might as well label this on graph B. This is a test. Okay? So what 2 points in graph B should we get? Let's find 2 points in graph B. This is my x-axis right here. And this is my y-axis right here. Okay? So again, when you're picking points, please make your life easier and pick points that are actually on an intersection on the grid. I like this guy right here. This is 2 and 3, 2, 3, point 2, 3. And let's pick another one here. This one looks like an easy one, but so is that one. This is 1 and 0. I'm going to pick this one, 1 and 0. And again, you could pick any points along this, but try to pick ones that are actually on an intersection. Not that one, but this one. You know, not that one, but this one over here. You can pick that. Okay, but this one, this time I picked 2, 3, and 1 and 0. 2, 3, 1 and 0. So, 2, 3, and 1 and 0. These are the 2 points I'm going to test out in this equation and see if I get a left side equaling a right side. Let's see. This is my y value, so he's going to go in for y here. This is my x value, so he's going to go into this x here over here. So this is now 3 times 2 plus 3. Oh my goodness. I think we still failed here. 3 does not equal 6 plus 3, which is 9. So this is no good. Okay. So that's a fail. I wonder if we should even try the second one. Well, might as well. X value, oh, this is my y value, 0. This is my x value, 3 times 1. We failed for a second time here. And sometimes, you know, you have no choice but to try it out, okay? So there's a second failure. You know what? I've already picked 2 points on graph B, so guess what? I'm going to change the equation. I'm going to test this equation on 3 this time. Equation 3 is y equals 3x minus 3. Okay, here we go. Same points. I'm going to try this on graph B. 2, 3, 1, 0. Okay. Substituting this x value here, I get 3 times 2 minus 3 on this side. Substituting this 3 on this side. And we're going to calculate this and see if we get 3 and 3 on both sides. 6 minus 3. Looks like we lucked out on this one. Let's see if the same thing can happen. See if we can have some luck. Happens to be St. Patrick's Day today. See if we can have the luck of the Irish for this one. Y value is 0. X value is 1. So this becomes 3 times 1 minus 3. Is this side going to be equal to 0? Is the right side going to become equal to 0? It looks like it is. So guess what? Y equals 3x minus 3 matches graph B. Okay? Well, let's write that down in our result. Equation 3 matches graph B. Okay, and so I could even write down here, this is graph B. And now we have one last one. The first one that we started with. Never had luck with. Bad thing up until now. So the last one, let's do it over here. Y equals 3x plus 3. And now we need 2 points. What 2 points? We only have one last graph. And yes, you still do have to prove it, even though, yes, I only have one equation left. Yes, I only have one graph left. Please pick me 2 points and prove it. This guy over here looks pretty good. First of all, our y-axis is here. And our x-axis is actually way down here. So what is this point over here? This is 2 and 9. 2 and 9. Let's pick another one. This one looks pretty easy. How about we make a 0 and 3? Didn't we try 0 and 3 over here and then we lucked out? Well, that's why, you see, you got to use 2 points because 0 and 3 might be in both, or you know, both equations or both graphs. Okay, so our numbers, our coordinates are 2, 9, our points are 2, 9 and 0, 3. Let's see. 2, 9 and 0, 3. So now let's do some substitution and hopefully we luck out. This is my x value, so he's going to go into this x, 3 times 2. It's 3 on this side, 9 on this side for the y. And does this equal the right side? It looks like it does. 2 and 9 is definitely in there. And I do expect to luck out on it because this is the only graph, this is the only equation left. So y is 3, x is 0, so this side is going to be 3 times 0 plus 3. And this becomes 0 plus 3, and guess what? 3 equals 3. We lucked out the second time with the second point. That means this equation matches, matches graph C. Okay, and that's how you prove and discover which equation matches which graph. Okay, you should make sure you, when you're picking out points in here, that you actually write down the x coordinate first and then the y coordinate next. And I do want to see it on your assignment that we put the coordinates of these points on your assignments. Okay, so I hope this helped, and I wish you luck with the assignment. And you can use this video and pause it anytime you want. And good luck, and I'll see you later. Bye bye for now.